So show of hands, to start with. Who wants a good raise next year?
Oh, yeah.
The year after that, keep them up. And again after that, more. What is going to be required in our organization for all of that to be possible? What is going to be required for us to achieve that? And not rhetorical, I'm actually wanting answers.
More revenue.
More revenue, yeah. Anybody think that's not possible? That we can get raises continuously without raising revenue? So there's multiple ways to raise revenue. Easy for you to say. There's one already. So what I want to engage you all in conversation today is about one aspect of raising or increasing revenue, and that is what our pricing structure is, and that our prices need to change, and that they need a new structure. My name's Sam Darwin, for those who I haven't met. I've been in this organization for 24 years. In those 24 years, I have served that we have been under several different pricing structures and different pricing points. And so one of the things I want us to remember is we don't have to be at this current pricing structure and pricing point just because that's where we are. We have been under different ones. We can change. One thing we all know, all of us that work in a continuous improvement world, is if we stay the same, we're not going to get better. So want to raise, we got to do something different than what we're doing now. 3 things I want to talk about today to help meet that goal. One is, I want to spend a few more minutes making the case for change. Why should we? What makes us think our clients are going to pay more? Secondly is, if we want to raise more revenue, we always could take the time to work harder, or we're going to work for more money. Third thing is, again, back to structure. And I want us to look at structures that aren't based on the employee count at our client companies. We used to have models that didn't do that. Other MEPs and other centers don't price according to employee count, so I want us to look for a different model. Where was my transition? So let's talk for a minute about what do the firms that we work with or companies in general, when do they raise prices? And under what circumstances or what makes them raise prices? Not a rhetorical question.
Changes in resource costs.
Costs go up. So many of our clients know that costs go up, I have to increase prices. What else?
Everybody else is.
I'm staying with the market, and so we're raising prices. What's different about those organizations and our organization? Are our costs going up every year? And do we expect that to continue? So why are we not raising prices? And we haven't in several years, by the way. Maybe transitioning now. Sorry. This way you got to have notes or rehearse. So there's a need in our organization for additional revenue or raise prices. So I want to make another point about that. Not only do we need additional revenue or increased prices, but by golly, we're worth it. We're Georgia Tech. How many research institutions or research universities across the nation have a better brand than Georgia Tech? Now, I won't say that number is 0, but it ain't a high number. We've got an exceptional brand value, so we're worth it. I know all the coworkers that I work with are superior professionals in their line of expertise, and I know we're worth it. We probably have the best brand of every MEP in the system across the nation. There's nobody who's attached to a university that has a better brand than what Georgia Tech does. So I think we need it. I think we're worth it. The service we deliver, you go into the kind of services we deliver, we helped you raise the top line by $1 million. We helped you reduce costs by $100,000. Fill in the blank, right, with the number. You did that for $800 a day? Why would we do that? We're way undervaluing what we deliver. Every other organization at Georgia Tech, or at least most of the ones I'm familiar with, are on a lot higher pricing scheme than what we are. We don't deliver less service. We don't deliver less value than that. Where were we? So those were great questions. I appreciate your questions. Maybe the last question is, so Sam, where do we go from here? we concluded together, I think, that there's a case for change, that there's a reason that we should increase our prices and go to a different rate structure. We concluded that we want it and that we think customers will pay it and that our risk in changing is low. So where do we go from here? I think with the sanctioning, if you will, or the commissioning from the management team of a team or ad hoc committee or whatever we want to call it that's put together, we can come up with a plan to make that change. And I'm happy to participate. Appreciate your time.
All right.